meeting to order. And John, I'll pass it over to you for the head count officially, will I?
Yes, thank you. So we have Councillor Lowe, who's here with me in my office. So he'll be speaking through my microphone. We have the Deputy Mayor. We have the Mayor. We have Councillor Harris, Councillor Killen, Councillor Rodwan, and Councillor Ogden.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll declare the meeting open, and I'll pass it over to you for the next item, John.
And Your Worship, I believe you were going to do a land acknowledgement?
I'll do the land acknowledgement. Yeah, I have it here. Okay, the city of St. John, Monoquist, is situated on the traditional territory of the Wolastoqiyik. The Wolastoqiyik, along with their indigenous neighbors, the Mi'kmaq and the Passamaquoddy, signed peace and friendship treaties with the British Crown in the 1700s that protected their rights to the lands and the resources. So I'm just going to ask us all to take a few seconds just to reflect on that. Okay, thank you, everyone. All right, John, over to you for the next item.
And just for the record, Your Worship, we have Councillor Stewart has joined us as well.
Excellent. Thank you, Councillor Stewart.
Okay, so the next item is the approval of the agenda.
Okay, so I'll take a motion to approve the agenda. Councillor Killen and the deputy on the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Next is item 3, disclosures of conflict of interest, if we have any.
Not seeing any. Next item.
And 4.1 is the reason that you had called this special meeting, Your Worship. It's there is a staff report there, item 4.1, and it's with respect to councillor vacancy for Ward 3.
Okay. Were you going to introduce this, John, or did you want me to speak to it?
No, I can provide a brief
Perfect.
overview. So you will see, and our apologies for the lateness of the report, but we were just reacting to the circumstances at hand. So as everyone's aware, Councillor David Hickey was successful in the provincial election and elected as MLA for St. John Harbour. And as a result of that, a vacancy has been created in Ward 3 for one of the 2 seats. So the report that now forms part of the open record that has been sent to you outlines the necessary procedures in order to call a by-election. So to put it simply, there are 2 by-election dates that have been established by Elections NB. The first one is in December this year, on December 9th, and the second date that has been chosen is May 5th, 2025. So Elections NB has notified us that should council wish to have the by-election for the December 9th by-election that's booked, we would be required to submit to Elections NB a certified resolution that declares the seat vacant in Ward 3, and we would need to send that by tomorrow. So there's not much of a turnaround time to make that decision. Otherwise, if council would like to have the May 2025 election date, then we would send a resolution to Elections NB after October 25th. So essentially, you're left now with the choice of which date you would like to target as your by-election in St. John.
Okay, John, I just have one quick question. If we go with declaring it vacant now, what's the turnaround time for applicants? So when would they have to have the paperwork in? I know that's in the kit. Is it the 4th?
Yeah, it's November 15th is the date that's been provided to us as their time frame to submit their nomination.
Okay, so that gives them a little bit of time then, probably 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay,
And
so,
one thing I failed to advise, but council's aware of this. So since the time of writing this report, we did receive the resignation letter from Councillor Hickey. So that was the one element that was required in order for you to proceed with declaring the seat vacant. So now, council, it's fully up to them, whichever date you wish to choose at this point.
okay, and would you just review the resolution that's in the kit for everyone? Just for the public.
Right. So the resolution we prepared is in the event that you'd like to move forward immediately and select the December 9th date for the by-election. I've provided the wording, which I'll read out now in order to make that happen. So it says, whereas Councillor David Hickey resigned from his position effective October 24th, 2024, and whereas the New Brunswick Local Governance Act states a vacancy results in council when a member resigns from office. And whereas the New Brunswick Local Governance Act states the council shall, by resolution within 2 months after the date that a vacancy arises, declare any vacancy resulting under paragraphs 51B. Within 10 days after the declaration, the clerk shall forward a certified copy of the resolution to the municipal electoral officer, who shall hold a by-election to fill the vacancy. So now therefore be it resolved, council accepts Councillor Hickey's resignation. Councillor declares Councillor Hickey's Ward 3 position vacant and that it shall be filled through a by-election as provided by law. And number 3, council direct the clerk to forward a certified copy of this resolution to the municipal electoral officer by October 25th, 2024 for December 9th, 2024 municipal election.
Okay, thank you, John. I will say that, go ahead, Councillor Lowe.
I'd like to move that motion, please.
Okay.
If I got a seconder.
I'll second.
Okay, Councillor Stewart seconding. Before I call the question, does anyone have any questions? I have heard that there's a few people that are interested in this, so it's been nice to know that it has generated right away some interest, considering we're at an election on Monday, so it's so that's a good thing. Councillor Radwan, did you have a question or a comment?
I just want to make a quick comment. So, I mean, obviously they'll be whoever comes in is going to come in right before we're finishing up budget. So I just wanted staff to be kind of mindful of that. Whoever comes in, we're going to be basically finishing up budget probably shortly after that. So it might be really good to try to get some sort of orientation even on that budget process, what we've done and where we're at that point. So that's all I want to say.
Okay, sounds good. I don't see any other questions. Anyone else have a question or a comment? If not, Council or CAO, over to you.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just to clarify, I know you had referenced the November 4th date, and you're correct, that is in the report. So it does state that candidates may begin to file their nomination papers on Monday, November 4th.
Okay.
And when the returning office is open to the public, and that the nomination period would close at 2 p.m. on Friday, November 15th. Just to clarify.
All right, so they've got 11 days from when it opens to closes. Perfect.
Correct.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, if there are no other questions or comments, I'll call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, it looks like that's it for us. Over to you, Councillor Lowe. For your,
I'm going to be adjourned. I'm sorry.
thank you.
All right.
All right, Councillor Killen is seconding that, I think. Thank you very much.